Yo, what is up? Looking for my headphones. Okay. Hold on, people. What's going on? Yeah, they're probably gonna go. I might have Twitch open somewhere. Okay. Let me see what's open. Okay. How about now? Yo, let's go. Caro, Tin, Gerald, Bam, Purplish, Akama, Tinley. Select. Am I listening to the stream? No. Okay. Echo. Hello, hello. I'm hearing echo. Okay, so it's off. Okay. Sounds weird now. Oh my god. I don't know. Okay. Now you shouldn't be able to hear me at all. I'm gonna add in the source input. Test, 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 test. Testing. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Okay. So now y'all can hear me better? Oh my fucking god, bro. Okay. Okay, how about now? Do y'all hear me? It's good now. It literally shouldn't be working. Uh, okay. I'm gonna have to figure it out because now I hear an echo because I have, in order for y'all not to hear the echo, I have to hear myself talk, which is annoying. What the hell is going on? I don't want to hear myself talk. I really don't. My voice doesn't sound that good. The hell happened? Okay, just to make sure. So this sounds terrible, right? Right? There's an echo when I do this, right? Okay. But now you hear the echo. Okay. Uh, I don't know what's causing the echo. Okay. Do you hear an echo now? You still hear an echo? Yeah, I had to um I was testing a different mic, but it was a headphone mic, which is way worse. Ugh. My God. I okay, and y'all hear me better this way, right? This is not what I There's echo with this. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna remove all of my sources real quick. Okay. Test. Um. Let's try like. Okay. So. All right, so that's for everybody. Okay. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. I think I see what the problem was. Yeah, no, one of my settings got changed. I don't even remember. I don't even know how because I literally literally did 2 videos today. Okay, cool. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Took a minute. It was an audio test stream. So that's all I wanted was to just test audio. So I'll catch y'all later. Anyways, so today is the day before. Today is the day before we get Echo. So there's not Echo. Jesus Christ, now that word is in my head. Today is the day before we get Ezra, not Echo from League of Legends. And so very exciting. I put out the video for my son to stream. I think some people probably understood what I was like saying. Some people probably didn't. On the whole like concerned part of the character's kit, because like again we were saying that there's a lot of focus on Ezra should be if everything goes according to plan, it'll be 40 minutes. It'll be tomorrow 40 minutes ago when Ezra will be out. I don't know the values. Oh, this is why I don't use Microsoft Edge. Use Prisma. So you can get that ad blocker. There's just a lot of focus on crit meta, and I was saying I hope they eventually kind of stray away from it, because like I understand that like oh, that's right. I understand that like crit is very strong, but I hope we go into like maybe some better like percent health damage or something like that to allow us to use something else other than crit. Yeah, I'll be pulling for him on stream. Tupac released the first playable human, and he's more mysterious than any other characters. Yeah, it's really crazy that he is. Hold on, guys. Let me get my food real quick. All right. But yeah, the character has people really interested in what he can do. I like it. Um, but yes, for those who weren't here, the character can give Moxie, can give shield, Moxie, crit damage buff, uh, gives the enemy a debuff, very similar to lacerate, but it might not do Genesis damage. Where when attacked, the carrier takes additional damage, and then crits on the Genesis damage, and then gives Eureka stacks and Moxie. I don't know if I already said that. So the character kind of has a bloated clit. We don't know the values, which the values is what determines how great the character is. Because if all the values end up being good, then Ezra's gonna be up there with Tooth Fairy in like 6 in terms of like pull like priority. Yeah. We don't know the portraits. More than 2 is a bit much. More than 2, when I thought about it, is a bit much. We'll have to see. And then we know Desert Flannel, Beast team character, pretty much. So that'll be fun. Um, it's not Star anymore. It's Starlord. Star units are very strong. I will admit that. Would make him would make him give more Moxie. But that's the thing. We don't really. I don't want that. What's crazy is I'd rather the portraits give like more shield, more health, more Eureka. Like, see, the thing is, it can't give Eureka stacks and not give more Moxie because like that would just be weird. But I'd rather like the crit damage buff be bigger, something like that. Jez, don't be calling me out. I'm not eating anything spectacular today. Uh, so my daughter's with her grandmother, and I'm supposed to be cooking some chicken breast and making some Alfredo. But I didn't feel like doing that, so I got my daughter's chicken nuggets. And I'm just eating some nuggets right now. I'll put them in the air fryer. They good. They good right now because I don't feel like cooking. I'll cook later. But I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. Okay. Ezra should only get day 1 type portraits because he does a lot at P0 already. Ah, so you want him to have the standard character portraits where he doesn't actually do much? Melania technically already gains more Moxie via her P2 after all. But there's a big difference, Shiro, between an ult that just gives Moxie to the whole team and one character having their buff a little bit better, right? Big difference. With Melania, like, yes, it allows her to help ult, but like, you know, like characters getting like Moxie or stacks or whatever isn't a thing. It's giving a team wide buff is what is bigger, right? Like giving more Moxie as a team wide buff is a lot different. Can't be picky and hungry, but for real. Yeah, but here's the thing though. We're talking Ezra versus Leilani. What does Leilani do other than give Moxie? You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing though. Just giving Moxie isn't the only thing the character can do. Like Ten Lee was saying, the character already has a lot and does 15 times more than Leilani. Like, you know? Like, yeah, you can say it's a super powered up version of Leilani, but it's like it's not even a comparison to what the character can do. You know? I have no idea about the maintenance. So I know I usually guess wrong. But my thoughts are since it's not a major update, like it's not 1.6, it's possibly just like a small little megabyte update, and then I can just log in versus being a whole maintenance. Because they're not really adding anything. The patch has already been put in, right? Like patch 1.6 put in. If anything, they're just gonna do a little like a little thing. Yeah, but even with Anna and Lee, like I guess still like Soneto to Anna and Lee are still very similar. Like Anna and Lee does more like Anna and Lee does a bigger value of what Soneto does, but at the end of the day, she's still very similar to Soneto. Right? Whereas like Leilani and Ezra are just two separate characters. Like the only thing like Anna and Lee can upgrade her cards and she can stun. Other than that, like her and Soneto are very similar. That's where I'm like the Leilani and Ezra comparison is different because like Ezra does 6 other things that Leilani can't do, you know? How long did I plan on streaming today? Uh Today's not gonna be as long because I had to start late. My daughter had a Christmas program, so it's not gonna be super long. But I do only have one kid, so it'll be decent. But yeah, I'll ignore that one. I saw the message you sent me, but I didn't really read it. I'll read it in a bit. But I wanted to play a game with you guys today, just to spark up some fun. You know, there's not I don't have really think anything planned on my accounts because I already beat my limbo and stuff. And tomorrow's the main day, so let's play a game. So if you ignored all the 6 stars in the game, okay, You ignored all the 6 stars in the game. What do you guys think would be, let's say we're, I want to build the best team without 6 stars to complete content. And since there's not a lot today, we can do a team of each element. Probably not spirit, because there's literally nothing there unless y'all want to have a click DPS. But what do y'all think would be the best team, 5-star and below, in each element, right? And we're gonna throw, yo, Arlia Spear, and we're gonna talk about it, look at the characters. But like, so if we were to start with star, right? If we were wanting a star DPS, what would be the best team we could make with 5-star and below? So y'all say downright Charlie? There's barely any options? Well, again, it's all discussion. We're going through all the teams. Yes, it's mixed. It's mixed. It's not only. It's not. Sorry, I didn't make that very clear. You can use anybody that you want, 5-star and below. But we're doing content like for this team, right? And star, it's gonna be star advantage, right? So anybody in any element who can benefit the star character. Yeah, so it's a mixed team. It does not have to be only that one character. 4-man team. You're trying to beat a raid boss, and let's say the raid boss is Hydra, because Hydra's already been there. So you can use whoever you want. Well, the carry would want to be star because it's a boss that has mineral flatus, right? You could opt not to, but you would have to make a very strong argument on why you would pick said character as the main DPS versus the other. So yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be mineral enemies, earth enemies. Who would be your pick? So let's focus on the DPS. Wait, grab the wrong window. Let's focus on the DPS. So a lot of you are saying, hands down, it's gonna be the right size. All right, I didn't get like the greatest resolution, so don't worry. So somebody said Charlie. Another person is saying baby blue. So I'll say Charlie, baby blue. Balloon party is what I see a lot of. And you can use, by the way, you can use Ulu and Flannel too, because they literally come, well, Ulu's already out and Flannel comes out tomorrow. So when we get to Beast, think about that. You can use Flannel. So we got these 3. Who is the 4th? No, it's not star only. It's star advantage. It's star advantage. If I was doing a Flatus only, it would be so limited. It would be so limited. Yeah. Now, if y'all want to, I mean, that's up to y'all if you want to consider portraits. We can, because like most people eventually would have like, I mean, most people have portraits under 5 stars. So we could just go ahead and say these characters are at max potential, right? Like P5, max res, best IQ, all of that, right? Let's go ahead and max these characters out instead of being like, oh, well, this character here at P1 or P2. Like, let's go ahead and just max the characters. Yeah, right? Like, because literally, if we were to put P0, it's not going to be Charlie, right? So, like, you can't be like, oh, well, Charlie gets P3, but everyone else doesn't. So, let's just do, like, let's just say P5 or whatever. Because everyone will be at their max potential. Ooh. Shiro says Charlie with the twins, necrologist, and balloon party. Tinley says X for Moxie removal. I see a lot of necrologists here. I'm not putting her on the team, but I'm putting her like down here. I'm seeing I'm seeing some people's options. I'm seeing a necrologist. I'm seeing the. Oh, hold on. I'm seeing the Sonetto. I like this. I like this already. It's fun. It's fun to see everybody's brain works. Necrologist gives a gigantic buff to the team and also gives survivability. Because you kind of have to think about the survivability as well for our 5-star team. As we get higher into the raid, who would probably get you the best score in terms of survivability? Because right now, with this, like with what you have, like Charlie is a Charlie gets a little tanky towards like lower than 50%, and with Balloon Party can get her health back up. Balloon Party is gonna definitely be like the best healer option probably. Someone's saying Blondie. Necro does overwrite she does overwrite Charlie's buff. Interesting. That is true. Balloon Party is locked in too, since she can never overheal Charlie to full HP. So just to make sure, I need to grab all my pictures first. But so just to make sure nobody thinks Blondie has a chance. Like of most of y'all think Blondie has like absolutely no chance to hang. Hold on, I'm just grabbing more pictures. Mm, I don't think there's too many other characters I would get. My script base, I don't think she fits in well with this team. Well, not fit in with this team. You would swap the team around, so if you were to look at like a different if you were to build a different setup, right? Like if we were to just you would have Blondie as a DPS, right? Um, and I'm not like saying this is what we're doing, but like it would be Blondie as a DPS. She's a crit one. She does reality damage. So you would give her uh Bjorn Bloom. Like this is what I would do. Since no one's suggesting this is why I'm doing it. You would do this. In terms of healer, I'd probably still have Balloon Party because like who the hell else would I use? Um all right, so I would do this. And then if you were to ask me what would the last one be, I would probably do Sonetto is a very good option. Um Man, there's a lot of good units. I would probably do See, I don't like Twin Sleep because that's a 3-star ability and they do mental damage, so like I really wouldn't want them. I feel like that's like just too much and I'd rather get out the damage. So it'd probably be between like Diggers. No, Diggers would conflict. Um Necrologists or Ulu. I'd probably just do Ulu for fun. With the Hydra, there's 3 heads, right? Yeah, I'd probably do Ulu for fun. At P5, we get that 40% damage buff on the ult, right? And then also some damage reduction, a little passive healing here and there. This is probably like if I were to do this thing, this is probably what I would do. Um, yeah, Ulu helps everybody. Because remember, Bjorn is still Bjorn still does a lot of damage, like and this is a reality team, and like I don't want us to cheat and just be like I'm putting Bjorn Bloom in here because she fits. Because like obviously you'd probably perform really well if you just put Bjorn here and ignored the reality defense and just took the damage taken and then just let Bjorn Bloom just like nuke everything. Like I don't think that's very fair. But Bjorn Bloom actually fits in this team, and Baby Blue helps this out, right? Um, Yo, what's good, DG bro? How's it going? Well, yeah, exactly, Tinley, right? Like that's the thing with Bcure and Bloom. Um she's kind of a cheat, uh unfortunately. So if I were to Mineral strong against Beast. Mineral strong against Beast. So like if I were to my headphones just died. Dang it. But it's not see but see if we all like see though if we all agree. Let's see if we take out Bjorn and Bloom, then reality damage characters they don't get their best debuffer. but maybe Blondie, like, I don't know. I don't know how I'd be able to. Let's see what y'all. Let's see what y'all are saying. We're just making we're making teams without 6 stars. Okay, so Charlie all the way, Blunt, like, okay, so another person saying Blondie has no chance. The Sing Show of R99, yeah, pretty much. So, but if we were to compare these teams, right? Uh, some of y'all are kind of like mixed on where you want to go with this. I'm gonna put these two here. I got a question. If I inflict 15% reduced defense and I got a 15% pin buff, so basically I got 30% pin. No, those are both calculated completely different arcs. I don't know the math on that, but they're completely different. Yeah. Well, it's gonna keep changing, but I don't mind saying it. But yeah, we're doing a. If someone types out what we're doing, I'll pin it. I'll pin it. But like, you'd rather replace Blondie with a Mon leaked at IET level 50 res 10? What? Really? You don't think she can hang at all? So y'all really don't like Blondie. Y'all don't think a P5, you don't think a maxed out, you don't think a maxed out Blondie can hang at all? It's just a game we're playing today. Oh yeah, the silver bullets. You know what? I completely forgot about that. That extra damage buff. Yeah. And it's free every 3 rounds. But that does conflict though with Picure and Bloom. It doesn't stack with Picure and Bloom because it's a 20% reality defense, which Picure and Bloom does. I think they're both solid, but I think that because of the fact that here, right here. So when you compare the two, like look at the look at the ult. It's 250. Even at max. What's it called? Even at max. Bloody Movie goes up to 300. Um Even though she can crit really heavy, like Charlie starts at 300 and goes up to 500%. So yeah, like even if you were to have Lonnie have like a ridiculous amount of crit rate and some crit damage, her 300 ult, like she would have to have like her ult would have to like her crit damage would have to be at like 200 plus percent to even like just do anything significant. This is true. Her she is a setup. But even with her abilities, are her abilities gonna compare to a Charlie in Charlie's like best setup? Because Charlie's getting this extra, well, 180, 40, 270, 450. So this is 600, 600%, 360, and 240. think she'd have to have a lot of crit. She does give herself confusion. If she could convert crit rate to crit damage, I would also be a lot better. She does give her. I think she'd do well. Yeah, because she sets up her Chainsaw Massacre. She can get that ability up to 500%. If you gave her Brave New World, you gave her Brave New World with her critting, I think this would hit hard, but like she has a little bit more setup instead of being. Yeah, she doesn't convert. When release Tooth Fairy to work, and at that point, I don't know why she even needs to ult for setup in the first place. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, fair enough. So we'll put this is the winning team, right? Did y'all decide on who y'all wanted as a fourth? Chat. Question: I started in 1.2 and have Tooth Fairy and Zotheby. I'm planning to pick up Jessica. I really like Spathia and want to guarantee her. I need a support. Should I get Ezra or 6? Wow, that's really rough because that's like 3 banners altogether. Do you get 6 Ezra or? Well, you kind of. Well, since you have Sotheby and you're getting Changeling, that team is complete. But with having Tooth Fairy, you kind of have a crit heavy account, especially if you're going to go for Spathia. So you could make a bigger argument for Ezra, since Ezra will pair really well with Tooth Fairy, right? You'll have a protective team with a shielder who can protect Tooth Fairy, and then depending on how Ezra works, can give the crit damage while Tooth Fairy is giving the crit rate and crit damage. Like, they could work. So y'all just want to put these as like just like whoever you want. Okay. That way I don't spend too much time. All right. So pretty much most of the team that most of y'all thought of. I don't even have to save it. Charlie, Baby Blue, Balloon Party, and Sonetto or Necrologist. Whoever you like. All right. Let's move on. I like it. I just wanted to be the devil's advocate and just be like, well, what about Blondie? Let's talk about Blondie, right? All right, so we're gonna go into plant. Now hold on, pause. Everybody stop. Don't type, because we already know who the winner is for the DPS, right? Let's just pause, because I don't know if I even want to put Becure and Bloom here. Because Becure and Bloom single target even beats Jessica at P5. So like it's like with the ult. And you know what's crazy? This is how crazy Plant really is in the 5-star. Now, Beast might have some new stuff going on, right? Because even Satsuki at P5 has a 750% mental damage. So, like, Plant's beating their content, like, hands down. It's either you go Satsuki or you go Becure and Bloom. She has a 750 ult. Becure and Bloom has an 800%, right? It's wherever you want to go. So, I don't think we're going to do Plant. We're not going to do Plant. I'm sorry. I was going to, like, there's no point. There's no point in doing Plant. They win. You could literally put any character you want, and they're going to out-damage any of these other ones, right? Can we all agree? Do we just move on? Do we just move on from Plant? There's no point in talking about it. They have the highest, like, damaging ults out of all the 5-stars, right? We just skip, right? I see a few more people if they want to see it or they just want to skip. Okay, all right, yeah. What about Dick? Well, see, that's the thing. Diggers can go on any one of the teams. You still want to see the team built? Okay. Here's the team. I could tell you the team. I can tell you the team right here. It's still gonna be a single target situation. All right. We do Procure and Bloom, DPS. And I'll even do it this way. So it's one of these two teams. And then you can do you do this here. I just literally forgot the triangle. Give me a second. I just had the biggest brain fart in the world. Okay, here we go. So plants fighting star. So you don't want to use mineral if you can avoid it. See who would go with. You can literally throw Sonetto here. Because she can, with Balloon Party, probably still survive with the support. I'm pretty sure she can survive. I think even in content that these guys don't work well with, they'd still be very good at high res. That's kind of the problem with them. And then with Procure and Bloom, see, with Procure and Bloom giving herself her own debuff, you could technically use where's the character? You know what? I'm gonna do something spicy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, literally eagle. Sorry, I was looking through files. Yeah, eagle. I think I got eagle's picture. Yeah, there you go. It doesn't have to be all one element, but you can switch a lot of this out. But like either way, like this is a team, right? Like you're still beating content like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna like Necrologist is definitely like a character that can go there, but I don't think many people actually use Necrologist. That's why I haven't really mentioned one of most of it. Yo, it's good, Obi-Wan. But anyways, this is plant. You could probably make some art, like you can definitely swap in Necrologist on any instead of Sonetto and be fine. Yeah, I mean I could put her. I'd put her on top of Sonetto. Whoa, pause. Or resume. Anyways, we're gonna put her on top of Soneto. But remember that there's disadvantage. So like Soneto gives a little bit of like reduction and stuff like that to help out. Even though necrologist like with the prayer is helpful. I think if you're a min-maxer type, right, you'll probably want necrologist. If you're unsure, you'll probably just want Soneto. But like also a lot of people don't have necrologist built. But like the thing I don't like about Necro though, this is a really big thing I don't like about Necro, is that to maximize her buff, you have to feed her a lot of Moxie. And depending on your luck with your cards and stuff like that, like to feed her that much Moxie to get her to ult to do the damage buff, you could just do Sonetos, right? And then get a decent damage buff. That's my only thing is like I feel like I have to feed like I don't have to ult with Soneto. Yeah, like it's the best build to tilt Soneto's resonance, damage reduction, or critical. If I'm having Soneto, I probably want her a little bit more tanky. I'm not really worried about her damage unless I need somebody. You know, you don't need to go any higher than res 10. Everything else is just extra sauce. Any of these 5-star teams will have Soneto, unless otherwise, since we all have her. Yeah, pretty much. No, not many Season players are building R10 plus. Um, I'm just gonna put whenever we put whenever we consider Soneto or Necrologist, they're just gonna go in the same place. I think that's just gonna be a preference thing. It's gonna be a preference thing. I think it's totally up to you. Because people can make the argument instead of me having to build the AP for Necro, they're like I could get more DPS out. Whereas somebody could say, well, hey, if I build the AP properly in my rotation for Necro, I can get more DPS out. I think we'd be here all day discussing that. I really don't want to discuss Soneto versus Necrologist, right? Um, so I'm just gonna put them as like whatever you want to do. But I do agree that Necrologist is a great one if you can do it. But like a lot of people won't agree with it, and instead of debating on it all day, let's just say they go right in the same place. Because yes, Necrologist is a great character once you know her. But I'm gonna keep instead of deleting the pictures, I'm just gonna keep these girls over here. So that's plant. That's plant. Yeah, playstyle preference. Yeah. Because I know y'all can debate all day to Sunday, which I love it. But let's not debate on two buffers. Either way, we're doing amazing. All right. So we're done plant. All right, so mineral now. 5-star. And below. Ooh. Looks like we're doing a 4-star DPS with Mon Leaked, right? Or are y'all using Soneto? Who are y'all using as your DPSs? You gonna use Mon Leaked? Or are you gonna use Soneto? Are you gonna... Oh yeah, Horopedia. Although Horopedia could go with a character. Horopedia could go with Soneto, though. No, she can't. No. Soneto... I always forget Soneto's reality damage. Why do I always forget this? Sunetto wins. I always forget this. Sunetto with Mon leaked. Sunetto and Mon leaked like is all reality damage right there. And then like, if you cheat, you could use you know, the Cure and Bloom. But you don't even have to because you have the silver bullet from on leaked, which benefits right there. You know what's crazy? We don't even have to yeah, like you don't even have to use too many other elements because Sonetto Balloon Party in Mon leaked is pretty good. Oh my god, and you throw in the Ulu for the damage dealt buff. Well, you don't have to. Well, I kind of want to try to avoid using Picure and Bloom, but like Mon leaked gives a passive defensive debuff, a defense reduction. Um, but yeah, Ulu gives the damage dealt buff with her at P5, right? We still get the passive heal, and you get the 40%. You'll get the 40% buff. So like it's either gonna be sitting at 15 with damage taken, right? But you get the 40. And that will override, yes, Sonetto, but that will be 25% extra DPS, right? So once you get the ult. Well, yeah, sure. That's why I just answered that. That's 25% more though. Like I don't think that's a loss. You know what I'm saying? With her also being in mineral. You could make the argument, you could throw the Picure and Bloom. A lot. I mean, you could not do Ulu. Say Moisan. I don't know if I like her. I don't think her. Because remember, you can still use other element characters, but like it's either you use Ulu or you use Picure and Bloom. That's literally it. What about just building one good hybrid team and clear everything? I mean, yeah, you can do that, but we're just doing like the DPS from the main element. What about Bet? Moisan could be back, bro. I mean, yeah. But in a raid, this freeze wouldn't work. And no bosses really have counter. I mean, the shield is cool, but like, I don't know. That's a better four-man team. But y'all like, would y'all really bring Bet into a raid though? This is a four-man raid team. Y'all really think that Bet could be brought in? I mean, all of her portraits given to the shield, but well, when you say necrologist, I think I'd probably rather have I think I'd rather have Ulu. If we're talking P5, I'd probably rather have Ulu. That's just me personally. Because she gives that passive HP whenever she attacks. I'm trying. Bjorn Bloom, it's a given. Bjorn Bloom is a given. Obviously, it's going to be Bjorn Bloom as the best partner on this team, right? Like, but Bjorn Bloom will take extra damage because we're going to be fighting beast enemies. So if you bring Bjorn Bloom, do know that Bjorn Bloom will be get absolutely trashed on. Yo, what's good, Alex? Well, remember you do have the damage reduction that you get from Sonetto, to kind of help out while you're healing. But that's why I'm saying Ulu, because Ulu has a little passive heals. How's it going today? It's going pretty good. We're just we're making raid teams 5-star and below. We're just having some fun. So y'all really like Bet? Y'all really think Bet's yo, also on YouTube, make sure y'all are liking the stream over on YouTube. Did y'all really like Bet that much? Like y'all prefer okay, so if I don't think I have all these pictures. I don't. So if the team so far is Sonetto, Monleet, and Balloon Party, Bjorn Bloom we already know is the best teammate. We're not even gonna talk about her. Y'all like between Bet, Moison, Necrologist, and Ulu, y'all are saying Bet? Well, ignore a Bjorn team. Ignore the Bjorn team. Because Bjorn is gonna be like Bjorn's going to be added, and therefore, if remember, guys, if you're going to put Bjorn on the team and Bet, then you have to take off either Sonetto or Monleet, which would probably be Monleet because Monleet has the same debuff as Bjorn, and then it would just be Sonetto, Bjorn, Bet with like either Necrologist or whoever. So you got to remember that too. The thing is that in a raid, you're still gonna have multiple targets. So at P5, she's able to, with having, you just need 15 stacks of burn total on all enemies, which will be able to happen, and she can give a 40% damage dealt buff at P5, and also the damage taken, which is what, Sonetto does. But it can be a 40% damage buff. But she also does the passive, the little passive healing that she can trigger each round. And it also gives a negative status, which is helpful for anyone who's going to use like Yearning Desire. She can apply a negative status as well. So that is something to think about, because remember, you got to think about Psycubes too. So, can Ulu reach 15 stacks burn consistently? Really only in raids, and it's more of a ramping thing. Because so the way it works is once you get to like the final bars where they get tankier, you add 3 stacks of burn per turn, not counting when you attack, right? So turn 1, well, so like if we count it from this way, turn 1 is 3, it goes down to 1, then it goes up to 3, then it goes down to 2, then it goes up, then it goes to 4, it goes down to 2, then it'll go up to 5, and I think it goes down to 3, it goes up to 6, and like it just goes like up from there. And if you apply a burn yourself, it can keep going up. You can put the full in. But yeah, the more enemies there are, the easier it is for her to do it, because she always puts 3. And then like it'll passively just go up from there and not like, and then if you attack, it helps it out as well. If you attack with the debuff to apply the burn, it helps out. So it is possible. And since you are going to be attacking to build up your Moxie anyways, it kind of helps, right? But again, no one has Ulu, so no one has Ulu, so like I can understand the like iffiness on her because you're like, I don't know how I really like her because a lot of people think like, oh, there's no Spathadia, then there's no Ulu. It's not true. It's just that Ulu is really only decent when it comes to like raids. Kind of like Necrologist, where like you really only talk about Necrologist if you're doing raid content. Like, cause outside of that, you're not really using Necrologist, right? Like, of course, someone's gonna say they are, but I don't think many people are using Necrologist outside of a raid. Yeah, I'll have to do one for you guys. I'll have to do one and show you guys because I do have her P5. Yeah, I do have her P5. I think we got Mineral. I think the one that's most exciting. I think that one that I know what she does, but in a Mineral only team, I don't see much for Ulu. Why do you mean like Mineral only? I'm just simply talking the damage dealt buff that she has the highest out of the 5 stars. She has the highest damage dealt buff. That's the only thing. Yeah, if we're talking, so let's move on to Beast, right? It's Flannel. Honestly, it's Flannel and Sweetheart. Like, you're not going anywhere without that. Sorry to say. Oh, okay, Fire Monkey. For some of y'all, if you're looking at a P5, 600% ult, she can reduce the reality and mental defense after ulting for 3 rounds. And then of course, we're going to be P5. That's a 30% reality and mental defense. It's Flannel and Sweetheart. Like, that's just what it is. And then we'll just, from there, we'll figure out who you want to use. Sweetheart Sweet with Leilani. Yeah, like, I mean, you know what? That is a thing. Because if you can use Leilani to feed that ult into Sweetheart and Flannel, that is a pretty big thing. Because I don't know if y'all know about Flannel's kit, but oh, hold up on the DK or Tenet thing though, because remember, we'll find out. But remember, Flannel does heal. So, yeah, Shiro just said it. But if she can heal well, then you literally can just do a Moxie heavy team and just feed Moxie with Leilani and Darlie into them. Because if her heal is like anything decent, you wouldn't even need Tenet or DK or Balloon Party or any of them. But remember, she gets crit rate whenever she has her counter or positive status. She gets extra crit damage. And she gets more Moxie depending, when you enter combat, she gets more Moxie depending on the number of Beast allies, which will probably do a full Beast team. She does reality damage, and if she has a positive status or counter, her crit rate and crit damage is increased. Then remember her buff, it's a self counter, and it gives her an actual counter attack, which can crit and gets extra crit rate and crit damage. And then she has burst of strength when attacking. The damage causes increase. And then her heal grants all allies burst of strength and additionally applies momentum to all Beast of Platus characters. So they'll get burst of strength, which increases the damage whenever they're attacking, and then they'll get incantation might as well. So, depending on what our heal is, like someone said it, you could do a Darly Clatter Leilani with the Desert Flannel Sweetheart. So like that would be a hilarious team. That would be a hilarious team because like Sweetheart constantly ulting with a 600% with like her already applying a debuff for everybody for 3 rounds. You could absolutely cycle this. You could absolutely cycle that and cycle Desert Flannels. And Desert Flannel will start the battle pretty much with her ult. That this team's the Beast sounds the most fun because it's the new Desert Flannel, and you know, of course, like you know, Sweetheart applying the debuff. Yeah, Sweetheart will be hard. It'll be hard for her to die. Um, and then like we'll just be feeding tons and tons and tons. Because her ult is single target, right? So that means she's if we're feeding it, we're obviously giving her luxurious leisure. We're giving her like hers, right? And she's gonna get all that extra damage dealt on the ult, right? It's gonna be maxed out. Ult might. She might be doing some damage. How's Sweetheart's crit? I don't think her crit is probably as impressive. Well, she does have crit rate on the insight too. I'd have to look at where can I find. It's good. What percent? Well, let's see. If at level 60 she's sitting at 16%, and she's at 154. Even if they're not males, she can still apply it, but I do see what you're getting at. Well, I think either way, Luxurious is still. I wouldn't put Thunderous on her. If you were a super min max Chad, you could probably try the Karat of Heart. If you could just really min max it, since you're going to be using Leilani and Darly to push a lot of Moxie, it would proc it because they would get all that Moxie. If you were a min max Chad, you could probably do it. A big probably. Yeah, probably could go with Flannel either way. Unless you bring additional crit supports, then maybe a crit Psyche works. But like, do we want? But do we want to do a crit Psyche if we're spamming ult and we can just get a 27% ult damage dealt right here, and then all that ult might? Do we want to bring crit into the picture? B&W, nah. Luxurious Leisure, Luxurious Leisure would be more beneficial, I believe, than B&W. It should be in the description, but there is a Discord. I posted in a. Flannel's buff should totally be consistent enough to ignore crit completely. That's what I'm thinking, because she increases the damage that you do, right? Like, with her buff, like, once we see it, I hope it's great. I hope it's amazing, bro. I hope it's, like, the greatest ever. So for those of you... So yeah, I posted on YouTube. I was like, yo, for those of you who, like, aren't in the Discord, y'all are missing out, because literally... Some of y'all know, last night, I was just like, I'm feeling generous. Like, you never know, bro. I might feel generous. Just realized Flannel's ult is AoE heal, so you can sack with HSL. Yeah, it's an AoE. Yeah. If Flannel has decent healing, she will be Beast's favorite unit. Yeah, I just did literally a random giveaway. Literally just a random giveaway. I was just like, let's give some $5 battle passes for when we pull tomorrow. But back to characters. Yeah, I like the Sweetheart Desert Flannel with the Moxie, with the extra Moxie. I think that is a pretty... What's crazy also with all these teams and stuff we're talking about, guys, these are things that are, of course you might not have P5 and all of that, but there are teams that will be, like, at people's disposal. I think Desert Flannel will be really fun for free-to-plays. Because people are building latest advantage teams already. And some people could see Flannel as like, too limiting, only with Beast characters. But we already have really great Beast characters. So, like, if they do something like this, like, more in the future, I think that'll be great. I want them, like, now that they did it for one element, I want them to keep doing it. We have Druvis for plant, but, like, I want to see more of it. This is why you should never embrace your list like a Bible, because a single character can ruin the list. This is true. This is true. Tenet's conflicting, though. Tenet's conflicting with the Diamond Bullet, because Sweetheart already does it. So we probably just have to... so I think once we see what Flannel can do, I think Flannel pretty much do it. Okay, sorry, I misspoke. So you have 1800 attack. Her crit stats are at 54, 179. So at res 13, you're at res 13. Well, we're putting these characters at their max potential, so they would be like res 15, P5, best Psycube anyways. But you're sitting at 54, 179 on a Sweetheart? Jesus Christ. That might actually be amazing. Tenet for the shield. The more we talk about Flannel, the more hype you get for her than Ezra. Yeah, exactly, bro. See, Tenet shield is... Tenet shield is great. But if we're doing our Moxie... If we're giving, let's see, one Moxie... 35% damage dealt buff. 3 Moxie there. Another 2 Moxie here, right? We're giving out full Moxie every time we ult with these guys. And then we're all banking on Desert Flannel having the amazing heal. If we're able to like cycle Desert Flannel's heals and Sweetheart's damage with all that damage dealt, I believe this is probably the burstiest, like the team with the most burst while also having a flatus advantage without having to use any other characters. While yes, you know, one person would be like, but Procure and Bloom, But I believe, like, just in terms of fun, if you can get the rotation, it can be pretty bursty. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can ult that much, this would probably be the, like, craziest team. No, you don't want Tenet, though. Tenet does a 30% reality defense buff. I don't know. Some of y'all probably never played with Sweetheart. Sweetheart does that. And we're talking P5, it's at 30% at P1. Like, if we're spamming ult, Sweetheart already does that debuff. Like it's there's no need to have Tenet's Diamond Bullet. We don't need it. Sweetheart can do it for 3 turns. And with the team like that, bro, it's all the time. Can you imagine Flannel, Shemade, and Sweetheart? Bro, that sounds dirty. Spath and Uluhu? Bro, Flannel, Shemade, and Sweetheart sounds dirty. It's exciting. Yeah, Flannel's a cool character. I really like her kit, especially because she can crit. And, like, whenever she gets attacked, she's gonna... I really want to see... And unfortunately, I don't have the mats to build her up. But I can take her to that one stage to try to max her out. Y'all know the one in CN. Are my headphones dead? Y'all know the stage. I've shown it to y'all. This is where I'm gonna take Flannel, since I can't level her up. The stage where I can max out characters. Put them at I-20. Max out the... Like, I could have technically, like, you know, taken a Sweetheart and then done... Like, I like, almost... Let me see. Sweetheart, Leilani. Charlie Clatter. Oh, wait. Oh, we don't have the skin yet because of Utu. Right? So, like, this is most of the team. And then you do... Since I do own Luxurious Leisure, put Luxurious Leisure here. Leilani's ult... What is Leilani's ult? Mass, right? It's a mass attack? I don't know. Depending on how much she ults, like, I mean, you could do Brave New World or... whatever. Darlie is a mass ult. Probably, I don't have her second life, but you could probably give both these characters her second life, actually. I don't have it. What's the other 5-star side cubes do? Incantation might... Oh, that's all that healing done. I kind of like that one. Reality defense. The warrior performs a single target attack. If they're under the effects of a shield, the attack gains. Incantation might. Yeah, okay, so probably give both of them her second life, and then Desert Flannel will go here. Yo, what's good, Plants Eddie? Give Leilani her second life. You get no healer teams. Well, see, that's the thing. Even like Flannel would still be better on the team, but she has an ult heal and can do more. Is there no Psych Cube out that increases counter damage? This one right here increases your follow-up attack, but it doesn't increase like a balloon party counter. But it'll it'll increase. This will increase We wouldn't give her her second life. We would give her the Jesus, mind, work, silent and adoring, because it ups the extra actions and she does a follow-up attack. So this follow-up attack will get 12% extra damage dealt and then 50% extra damage while having the attack percent buff. So Ashley's getting attacked, she'll just be countering and hitting for hopefully a decent amount. That's what we would give her to maximize Flannel's damage, because that's her main damage, because she can crit and get crit damage off of that, so we can max out that damage on there. So yeah. Yeah, I can't wait till tomorrow. I can't wait till tomorrow. Honestly. Because, like, we would go in...
Me? Is everyone else dead?
Now, of course, like, I am at a big disadvantage on this boss without having the burn. Right? Like, this team is just fun, though. Right? Like, either way, we're having fun. So, we would want to maximize the Moxie out of our 2 Moxie characters, right? See, Flannel would have... I'll just say... Flannel would have, like, absolutely, like, crit right there. We'll do that. And then we'll do that. And then we'll heal ourselves, right? So now they have, like, 5. So... And this is here, like, we don't even really have to... Like, if we had P5 everybody, right? We don't even have to worry about the... Moxie for Sweetheart, because like we're already good. So we're gonna go ahead and just ult here, and then we'll merge some cards to get up some there we go. Even though I messed up the rotation too, I messed it up pretty big right there. The only problem with the monster right here is that I can't break him. So he's going to kill us. I can't break him because I don't have fire. But y'all get the point. We're ulted, we have the damage buff, and then, you know, we just go into attack. I can't break the boss's defenses though. Actually crit right there. And that's all reduced, by the way. She's still critting, but that's all reduced damage because I have to... If you see this buff right here that's at 45, I have to lower that to 0 burn. So that's why I can't do it. Wait, if Flannel has a good heal, does she technically power creep Med Pocket in Beast Team? Well... Yes and no. Would Flannel be the better option in a Beast, like, advantage team? Probably so. But, here's the problem, though. Here's the big problem. So, we're gonna assume... here's the big problem. Why I think Flannel is, yes, a great character, but I see issues... with some people using her, because a lot of people don't like a restricted unit. Right, so DK is going to be our Flannel today. DK is going to be our Flannel. Right? Where'd she go? Where are you at, DK? So if we're building a real team, right? If we're building a real we're building a real team. So we'll do this. Let's clear off her. Let's clear off her. You're most likely on a team with Melania gonna probably do a character like, you know, I'll just put Anna Lee and Pickles, and then you're gonna do Tooth Fairy. Where's Tooth Fairy? Right?
I'm here.
So you wouldn't have flannel. You would just do somebody else. Like if you're building a 4-man team. Like, because a lot of people probably aren't going to drop their... We have to see how much extra damage flannel will give to justify not using a tooth fairy. And justify not using like a pickles or an Anon Lee. Yeah. So like Med Pocket's not... So like Med Pocket is still great because like once you tell yourself, okay, now if you're telling yourself like, well, I probably will be okay without Tooth Fairy, then if you're like, well, I will say, if you're a person who doesn't have Tooth Fairy, right, and you were like me before Tooth Fairy came out and you were using a Med Pocket, I'd be like, oh, then obviously I'll like use here. I would have used Shemaine. Who's gonna be my Shemaine? Here, we'll put another chat here. So this would be, I would have used a team like this with using Melania, Med Pocket for the damage increase. We'd have our Shemaine and then our Flannel. And then I would just have everybody at decent crit rate, but I wouldn't worry about like Tooth Fairy and just have a full team. But we gotta see. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about with the burn. For if you're asking about the... Here, let me show you.
Are you seeking my service?
Me? Is everyone else dead?
Fair game.
So there's these 50 sacks here. You have to deplete these to get the... Because it's giving him like a 70% extra damage buff, right? It's like a new mechanic similar to the robot.
Ready? Nice practice.
The moment of silence.
That's right.
So you see there's 3 stacks on him. There's 4 stacks on him.
Learn from silence.
Seeing stars.
It's 11 stacks. And then it went down to 32. So then do it again.
That's right.
The moment of utterance.
Go. Anyone feeling cold? Hey.
But I'm also like doing the lower difficulty, so I really could have just killed the boss, but you get the point. I have to get it down to 0. Yeah. Raids are infinite. Attempts. Infinite attempts. So, and that's just this event boss. This isn't a raid boss, this is an event boss. But obtain 50 layers of confusing rumors. When entering the field, when you are in the state of confusing rumors, you'll be immune to damage by 70% at the end of the round. You will lose 1 layer of confusing rumors for every 1 layer of burning carried by all parts in total. Lose all of them and enter revealed state, which lasts for 2 rounds. When you're in the state of confused rumor, you will suffer damage. By 70%, and after the revealed state ends, you will gain your 50 layers again. Right, so that's the damage that I need to do. Just move it with burn. And it's removed by burning. So there's a there's this little totem here that gives burn as well. So, environment effects. When a character attacks, if the main target does not carry a fire totem, the main target will fall into a fire totem state, which lasts for 2 rounds. An explosion will occur at the end of the duration. An explosion, the fire totem will affect the carrying character. This person who creates the ring deals 100 damage to its own. So, like, I have this totem or whatever. And there's probably a better way to use this. This is similar, like the this is in the event, by the way, but this is like similar to those like traps y'all had in 1.2. So I can do where this is a single target explosion or a AoE explosion on this part. When the fire totem explodes, there are parties. Our party member with the lowest passion will get extra passion. The fire totem explodes, our members will recover more HP. And then there's this here. When the fire totem explodes, the target will gain 5 layers of burning, or when it explodes, the enemy will gain 2 layers of burning. So this helps like getting burn as well. Whatever, it's like this totem that can help give it. Yeah. But the this is the first event I've seen that has had this thing right here that a lot of you are looking at. It's equilibrium mode. This is a moment of balance in a confrontation. This battle will enter the check and balance mode. Characters who are not able to balance will have their level mentally and character resonance automatically raised to I3 level 20, level 60 on your Psy Cube, and then your resonance will be 12. All right, Tinley, you have a good one. So, like, I like it because, for instance, if you wanted to beat this first one and you didn't have characters like, so this is more of a casual thing because it's only for the, like, so you know how the hard mode, like, the hard stages will have the 3 different difficulties? So this is only for the first one. So imagine if you're a player who is casual or you just started and you started in this event. This will allow you to beat the first stage and you can farm it. Whereas the second and third, it will be your real levels. So like, if you obviously can't level your team like high enough to probably beat this boss, or you don't have the burn, you could still farm the first stage, right? Like, let's say you got Ulu and you're like, well, I can't level my Ulu. Then you can do the first stage and raise it. Yes, it'll be less event rewards, but it'll help out a casual. I like this more. I wish they implemented the balance in more places. I think it's really cool because this allows people to try out other units and different stuff. I wish they had like a practice mode. Like, I wish they had this and like a raid. Because you don't really need practice mode for the raids because you can do it infinite amount of times. But I wish like they had this like for practice. Like, people would spend all day. I could see people spending all day with this. It would make testing so easy if it would just max out a character for them at I3 level 20 with max Psy Cube, res 12. It would make testing like random limbo stages. I mean, it's an automatic win though in a limbo. Right? Like, it's an automatic win if you can automatically upgrade a unit. It wouldn't even be a challenging stage. Or the stage would have to be, like, ridiculously hard. Right? But I really like it. I think it's definitely a cool thing.
The flames have
Oh, like a training mode for Limbo? Yeah. Go ahead and play my account real quick. We got the 3, we got the 6. Got enough of these books. We got these books. I think I have everything except for... I need to see the res. Ah. What browser? This browser. Okay. So I have so much stuff open. I apologize. No, this is the wrong thing. See? And go here. Okay. Where you at, Ez? I don't have you here? I have Spadadia here, but they don't have you here somewhere? Utu is tomorrow. Yeah, 22 hours. I want to see. You don't have. Okay, maybe Billy. Maybe somebody on Billy has it. I want to see. Ezra. Ezra resonate mats, so I can farm them. What is it? Is it Back to the Future? Yeah, Back to the Future. Or Return to the Future sometimes. Okay. They always put Ezra, the other Ezra that I don't want. Alright, you have a good one. I'm trying to look for mats for this character. Yeah, no problem.
Take good care of yourself. I will help you. An amazing discovery. My mushrooms. The field work went smooth. I look forward to our next cooperation. I have come to an even wider pine forest. There are a lot of new mushrooms to collect.
Where's the video? Somebody had one. Oh, there goes the resonate mats. Come on. Go farther. Okay, there we go. Because we want to make sure that we are ready tomorrow for the character, right? I don't want to have to use the character at a weaker stage. Okay, I have 141 of these and 71. I obviously have enough there. So 5. 8. 14. Okay, I have enough of the purple. Is that Holy Silver Books? Ooh, I don't have any of those. Rice, I have probably enough of that. Coins. I don't have the coins. Rocks. No. You know why? Because, well, do you summon every character? And I also got new, like a bunch of new characters. So I recently I3'd I3 level 60, I3 level 60 Spathadia, Artin, and then I I3'd Babel, Reassert Resonance, and then I I3'd Ulu. This is all in the course of 3 weeks. And then I also I3'd Black Dwarf, Res 9, I've Reassert Res all the way up. And then I've like leveled Med Pocket, Bjorn Bloom. I still have to work on my balloon party. Yeah, I did it on accident because I did have her at 37, but I think now it's there to trigger people. I think I'm just gonna keep it to trigger people. Yeah, I just leveled a lot of characters. Recently. Like I did in the last 3 weeks I did. Oh, and I I3'd 6. So in the last 3 weeks, I've I3'd 5 characters. So yeah, I'm completely tapped out of mats for the most part. I've I3'd so many people. What are 6's insight materials? Oh. I already insight 3'd him, and I can't show you. Does the website have it? No. Let me see if I can find it. There you go. I'm on this site already. Although this one like is the fandom one is better. Because this one you have to where are all my sites? This one you have to translate. But if you want other characters, ooh, he's not there. I'll see so much of a background NPC I can't find him. No, he's not there. Okay, well then I guess the one I sent you is fine. Main DPS. Only the main DPS. And I don't even suggest this. Just do level 30. I spend money and I did it. It takes so much. It's not worth going 30 to 60. It's honestly not. But I did it because like I just wanted to maximize my characters. Plus like everyone in CN has like level 60 characters. But yeah. Yeah, to see the values of Ezra and Flannel will be fun. I can't wait either. Okay, I have to be very careful here to not move my mouse in a weird way. So, on my pity, I am literally one pull away. So, like I was saying yesterday, I did not let my my building pity come out. I didn't you know, because like I don't always keep up with my banner history, but I checked because I was like, I wonder how close I am, and I'm like, oh, I'm literally one pull away. And by the way, this 6-star right here is Melania, right? Like, this is Melania right here. So I don't even know if it's gonna translate that. Yeah, Melanie. So yeah. So Ezra's guaranteed tomorrow. I just have to do one single pull. Just one single pull, and I got the character. Some would say, bro, just get the P4 Spathadia, obviously, or just go ahead and P5 the character and then pull Ezra. Like, just keep pulling on Spathadia until you lose a 50-50 and just go that way. But no, guys. Can't. We can't. We have to stay strong. So, but I was able to max out Ulu. But at what cost, right? I need to get my mats real quick. So I need... I hate those little... Let's see what I can make. Move this video over to this side. Full screen that bad boy. So... how many of these purple guys do I need? I need 4. 4 total. So that means I just need 4 of these. And 3 more of these. That's like... oh, wait. The greatest feature ever. You can break it down and be like, alright, now I need 3. Alright. Of course, I don't have any more of these, so I'll farm that. That'll be an easy farm. Need how many plates of rice? I need 5 plates of rice. I have 7. Okay, we're good. I see a question there. Just give me a sec. Okay, I need rocks like really bad. Okay, so I need rocks in the little rabbit's foot looking thing. And I need 5 of these. Meaning I need a bunch of these. I don't even know where to farm these. Okay. I need 6 birds. 6 keys. Okay, I need 6 keys. Which means I'm going to have less plates of rice. Okay, well, I need a bunch. I can farm birds, though. That's easy.
The flames of injustice are yet to burn at the stake.
Depending on how good flannel is, do you reckon it could change how many people are going to skip Shemaine? Okay. I think there's a few things that need to be answered before that can be answered. So, it depends on how much... okay, so it depends on how much she can heal. Because they can go together. They can go together. But people probably aren't going to put Flannel as the healer over Toothberry. But I'll tell you what, though. If your Centurion isn't critting all the time, it might be better to use Desert Flannel and then instead of just like kind of critting with Toothberry. I think that's what it's gonna be. Is where if you're in content, because Plant does bonus damage to minerals, so like if you're using Beast against Plant, like why use your Toothberry if Flannel could possibly help heal and then give the extra damage bonus, right? I think that's more of a thing. But there's a few things that we need answered. How many Beast characters do you need to get your max amount of Moxie? on your team, and how much extra damage dealt do you do? But yes, they can absolutely work together. I think that in order to get Flannel, I feel like you want to have Shemaine. Because Spathadia obviously will not work in a full beast team because she wants Ulu, right? So it's gonna have to be like Melania or Centurion who really work with Flannel the most. Like you could do a full beast team, but like that depends on if how many units Desert Flannel wants. Because if Desert Flannel only wants two extra beasts, other than herself, then you could do a Spathadia, Shemaine, Desert Flannel with, Medicine Pocket, right? And be fine because Spathadia can give all of the crit that she wants to herself, right? She can easily do that. But yeah, Chris, I think that Flannel replaces Med Pocket. Honestly. But that does not mean that Med Pocket isn't good. It just means that now you could, put Med Pocket, wherever, or, do whatever with Med Pocket. I think Med Pocket's still a great unit. And again, if you're getting hit too hard, then you just replace Flannel, or you just change stuff around because Med Pocket still gets sturdiness buff. Yep, just an alternative. I think it's just an alternative. It's a 5-star option versus having a 6-star. Yeah, you can put on the other side or do something different. Or if you need more healing, you know what I'm saying? What if you need more healing and you end up doing Medicine Pocket, Flannel, Shemaine, and Spathadia, right? Because Med Pocket still gives the sturdiness and the damage dealt, right? So could be something. You might need 2 healers. You never know. I think Desert Flannel is another option. But yeah, it all depends on how much she heals, though. Because the true healers. Am I right in this? Hold on, before I say this. Yes. All of the healers. Wait, no. Except for LaSource. No. Yes. Okay. So all of the healers have a skill that heals. All of them. Every single one of them. Anybody else who heals isn't really considered a healer. They're just like support characters. Right? Yeah. Everyone else who does like a heal is all support characters. The true healers have healing on their skills. And then you can go from there. So Desert Flannel isn't going to be a true healer. Yeah, Drew, that would be a true follow-up attack team. Instead of having to wait to be attacked, you could just trigger it on your own. That would be amazing. So Flannel's definitely going to be a support character. She's just going to be an odd support character because she's all off of she obviously is a support because she gives buffs and stuff to the team. But then she's going to do mad hopefully she does mad counter damage. I really want I hope that specifically I don't want Ezra's portraits to be insane. I want Desert Flannel's portraits to be insane. I want her portrait to make the extra moxie that she gets for having beast characters. Maybe they lower the amount by 1 or something like that, right? To where if she needs a full team, maybe with portraits, she only needs 2 or 3 people, and that way you can have more flexibility. Kind of like how Nouvelette C1 works, where Nouvelette wants all different elements to maximize his damage, but if you get a C1, you can then bring it can just be 3 different elements, and that's how you can put Farina as a 4th member on the team. I want it to be something like that. I'm glad to hear future 5-star units being viable alternatives to 6 stars. I honestly don't look at what future units do. Yeah. The future, the characters that they've been launching, like, you know, these 5 stars, they've been decent. And they fit in different spaces. Like Conjura is there if you don't have Sotheby. Horopedia and Diggers are also there. Like Diggers is kind of like a 5-star, like Shemaine, like does similar like debuff to Shemaine, but it's not a 5-star version of Shemaine. This does a similar debuff. Horopedia is pretty cool. And then, you know, Ulu is like a burn, like damage dealt buffer. And then now we have Flannel, who's a beast character that wants to go with beast characters. Really like it. I think it's really cool. Alright, let's get to still talk. I just gotta get to farming. I wanna make sure I maximize all of this. I need these. And these. $420. Gives me both of what I need. Alright, we're farming 420. Two Fairy equals crit and start teams. Desert Flannel equals mono beast teams. And Pocket uses more survivability and heals. Bloom Party heals mineral teams and counter. Yeah. We're getting a lot more variety of teams. Versus just only throwing Tooth Fairy everywhere. Like, I really feel like for Beast, if depending on how good Flannel is, because like you know, Centurion doesn't have crazy enough crit to just always crit with Tooth Fairy. Like Flannel might be that option to help her out, you know what I'm saying? Like for Melania, if you want to go straight damage, Flannel might be that option depending. Centurion useless in the future? Nah, she's still heavily used. Still heavily used. There's just other options. She's not useless, there's just other options. And they're also starting to split content to where reality characters might be better than a mental character, so like, no, she's not useless. Because if you have Centurion, then there's like no reason to get Spathadia. Hold on one sec, I'll check on the baby.
Everything has its cause and effect. Welcome to the world of numbers. Intersect and evolve. Time to check my calculation.
I don't remember doing this stage, but I obviously did it incorrectly.
My duty lies with you. The moment of silence.
Like a lighthouse.
Ooh,
Benefit from reading.
my CPU is struggling because I have